Oh.
Like it didn't enter in. Hold on. I'm trying to do it now.
It
Okay.
started. My account showed that it was.
Yeah, and
Welcome back.
the past. So those of you who are confused as to why we didn't start when we start normally, we have been playing, but thinking we were streaming, but we didn't. What you've missed is Assassin Vines attacked and Payroth ran away. So did One Eye and Shadow, and the others are kind of fighting in melee. Cool stuff's happening, and Azaka just showed this weird tiger-like hybrid form that she shifted into. Shadow just shot and dealt sneak attack to the Assassin Vine. Good times. That's a total of 12 damage, right?
Yep, 12 damage.
Cool. You didn't miss much, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, I'll go to them. The one that's on fire is going to burn. For 2 points. And it will attempt to get the flame off. It fails again. It's still on fire. Just kind of aggravatedly trying to move about. The assassin vine that's holding Hackenstone is going to reel him in. So he starts to leave the ground.
Can Grun make a reaction to try to hold him in place?
Was he readying to do that?
No, he was not.
He's very intent on hacking and slashing at the
Fair.
vines, so he's got his hands on his sword. All right.
Andy's here.
Hello.
Makes sense. Are you joining
Hi, Eddie.
the
You will
video?
let me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, should I join the video?
Yeah, if you want.
Still loading up. Assassin Vine. That doesn't sound good.
No, not at all.
Are they friendly?
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
they're nice and touchy? Touchy feel?
Yeah, with a name like that.
They're hugging on Hackenstone.
All right. And then the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Seven misses Doral. All right. One eye.
Alright, keep shooting the one I've been shooting. It's not. See, even though it's burning, it's still alive, so kill it. Oh, jeez, 10.
It misses. All right.
Darn.
No problem. So it'll be Grun.
I guess Grun. How far off the ground is Hackenstone, or is he off the ground yet?
He's probably about 10 feet off the ground, about 5 feet away from the vines. And then Azaka is on top of the vines, so technically she's more like here.
Okay. And forgive me, it's not my character, so I'm not well read on the spell. Can I attack with both spiritual weapon and Grun's sword? Okay.
Bonus action to use spiritual weapon, and when you use spiritual weapon, you can move it 20 feet and attack.
Okay.
And then his action can be attacking.
Would 20 feet get him to the vine if it's up in the tree?
The one that Azaka is dealing with?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like that's the one we should be focused on.
Sure.
So I'll put it here, I guess. And forgive me.
No worries.
21 to hit
That'll
with
work.
spiritual weapon for 7 force damage.
Yeah, it takes it. And then
And
action.
Grun's going to intercept and try to hack at the
Okay.
at the vines themselves again.
If you're attacking the extremities with a blade, it's a disadvantage. So go ahead and make the attack.
Okay.
Okay.
18,
That'll work. Roll damage.
11.
All right. Hold on a second. As you cut into the vines, it causes them to loose a bit. It does look like one of them is still maintaining, but Hackenstone drops back to the earth. It is now like back on his footing again. Kind of looking up at Grund and says, "Help me pull!" And then he kind of, on his initiative, he takes his poison damage. Or, "Help me pull!"
There it is.
There we go. Sorry. You see him continually wrap around the vine that he's got with his stub. It's now like this big, just bundle of assassin vine on his arm. And he kind of grabs the axe and kind of starts yanking with it as well. And he's going to make his strength check. Nope. He doesn't have any help. He needs assistance here.
Okay.
Pull this thing right out of the tree.
Well, isn't our other friend like attached to it via her teeth?
No, she ripped a part of it out.
Okay.
Another thing to note too is Hackenstone's like, you see that there's like this green and kind of black like veining going on his stump, and he kind of like, as he's pulling and he's got the axe and he's like heaving, you can see his muscles kind of growing taut and bulging and everything, and then he kind of just starts spitting out blood off to the side.
He goes, "Oh no!
Oh no, brother!"
Was he bit by it?
No, it's not. It doesn't bite. It's just poisonous to the touch.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a derf, so he's like drinking ale worse than this.
Yeah, he's taking half. I mean, he's not fully bloodied. Well,
He's invincible. He's Hugh Hackenstone.
I mean, probably. Payroth, just chilling back there, milling.
Yep, oh no.
Alright, well, at the start of your initiative, you're going to notice that a couple of arrows kind of land near you in the bit of grass that you're near. And they look very familiar, these arrows. They look like they're grung arrows as they kind of slam down into the ground.
Oh, can it not be the end of my turn? Because it's time to pop the core.
No.
Damn it.
At the end of the turn, I asked you, are you something milling? And you said, yeah. And then I said arrows hit, so... Ha 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 ha, I'm a horrible DM. Chris, you're up. Smash it and kill it.
Oh my gosh!"
You're not attacking a prone target. It's immune to the condition prone, so that's a swing and a miss. Next time say you're attacking recklessly since you're raging.
Okay, my bad.
It's okay. Azaka, still in full tiger mode, or half tiger mode, is going to start just slashing at it with her claws, pulling it apart, basically. Yeah, she is. You see bits and chunks of the vine kind of falling down. And it's going to make a check. It maintains its position in the at the edge of this branch. Doral.
I guess Doral's gonna get back in there. Is it still difficult terrain near the fire
Yeah.
with the thorns?
Hold on. Let me do that real quick. There you go. That's the squares that are difficult terrain.
Okay. 20, 30. I wouldn't be able to get there.
And
I guess.
keep in mind, you can move into the trees. The trees are just showing where the tree tops are. The stumps are
Sure.
towards the middle of them, so you can go around the entangling.
You know what? I guess I will go and try to help
Okay.
Rusk beat down that one
Make an attack.
with my fancy new mace.
That'll miss.
All right.
This thing can't be hit.
Yeah, this
Well,
thing's impossible.
It's still on fire, so you guys are swinging like carefully, and it's causing you to miss. Shout out.
Can you just give me the rundown? What the hell's going on?
Sure. You were sleeping. You woke up. You gathered all your things. You were getting ready to go. Vine started descending down. That was the end of last session. The stinger. Then at the beginning of this
Yep.
session, we started the fight. Shadow was in the middle of the group, hiding. I don't want to get hurt. Everyone else was fighting and getting attacked and entangled. Shadow ran, Peyroth ran, One Eye ran after some initial blows. Then Hackenstone got grabbed by one and is being pulled up into a tree. Right before Hackenstone threw a vial that he lit on fire that exploded and caused the vine to the east to fall out of the tree and hit the ground. It's now kind of just rolling around on fire. And it's the one that people have been shooting at from a distance because they're immune to the condition prone, so it's not technically prone, so you don't get disadvantage for shooting at it. And also it's the only one that technically, well, other than the one to the far south, that is within range for you because you have a short bow.
So they're close enough to the ground to strike them with.
This one here is. Hold on a second.
Were they up in the air?
So this one here is on the ground. This one here is about 15 feet off the ground, and this one is about 20 feet off the ground.
Okay. Do we know what their reach is? Like how far they could reach?
About 20 feet.
Okay, that really sucks.
You are effectively 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 50, or 45 feet off the map.
Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem for Sean.
Yeah, you already used your feline agility. Behind you, Peyroth is there, and you kind of turn and look over and see that 3 arrows have landed near where he's at. They look like grung arrows.
If I turn, do I see the grung behind us?
No.
Okay. But I know they're coming from the north. Yeah. Okay. What I will do then is I will fire an arrow at the one that I've...
Okay. Take the shot.
12 to hit.
Miss.
Is that... I'm sorry, I said miss?
Yep.
Okay. Then I will move here and bonus action high.
Okay, so you're moving. Again, you're off the map by 35 feet, so you're moving.
So tell me where I am in relation to these trees.
So that position, but 35 feet straight north. So if your speed is 30, you can just move 30 feet towards you, or towards that direction. Just kind of shift over to the side. That's fine. So bind time. Yay. I'm gonna try and get this fire off me. It's grown quite weaker by this point. Yep, it'll be fine. Moving forward, no more fire damage. And then the one that has Hackenstone will let go of Hackenstone with its vines and slam them all up onto Azaka, capturing her. And then it'll pull her off of the top of it as its movement and drop her down to the ground. Basically, now she's prone and being pinned down by the vines. And let's see, the other one will. Tasty Doral meat is moved away, so I guess I'm grabbing Grun.
By design.
Actually, hold on a second.
Oh, they can move.
They have a speed of 5 feet.
Ah, bummer.
No. It doesn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna grab Grunt. Yoink. I have a Grun.
That hit, yeah.
Its tendrils are basically coming down at it, and they're hanging over the fire. And you can see that they're kind of trying to maneuver around it, like they're annoyed by the fire, but they're still holding on to Grun. Like it's just above its length is what I'm trying to say. Alright, One Eye.
Alright. The old elusive, Mr. Elusive. No, it's just a bush.
Take the shot. Hit.
5 with the, yeah.
Yep, the arrow sinks into it. Doesn't seem to be too terribly affected by it. But as you're noticing, as the fire is dissipated, it does appear like a lot of it's withered and broken apart. It seems to be leaking a lot of sap or something from the inside of it, the inner core of the creature, of the plant. All right, Grun. You are grappled.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna try to break that. Grunt, sorry. 12.
Nope. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. Oh, I still have control of the spiritual weapon, correct?
Yeah. Oh,
I guess
sorry. Hold on. Maybe not.
Oh, I need to do the con save?
1 second. So you're taking 21. The DC for the con save will be 10.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. Spiritual weapon's not concentration. I just
Okay,
remembered.
cool.
So yeah, swing with the spiritual weapon if you want.
Coming up. 7's gonna miss.
Thing is unkillable. All right. I said help, and then kind of turns and looks at ground and goes, "Oh, you got your own problems." And he kind of sees as he turns away and looks, it kind of pulls the strands away, grabs the Zaka and throws her down, and then he kind of goes, "Ugh!" and kind of rushes up to that area. Kind of jumps up pretty high for a dwarf, pretty solid, like 4 or 5 foot vertical. This little guy, and swings with his axe. Cuts a little bit of the hanging vine portions. Doesn't seem to be too terribly affected. All right. Drops back down to the ground. Kevin. If you want, you can actively perceive and try and find it, or you can just start blowing smoke.
Can I do both, or is it one or the other?
Action to perceive. So. Action to let the smoke.
You can
I guess I'm trying. I guess I'm trying to find them.
Okay.
So I know where to run to.
Make a perception check.
They're everywhere.
You're pretty sure they are everywhere. You don't know where the arrows came from, but there's 3 arrows, and from what you're looking at, they must have come from different places.
Oh man! All right, I break off in a tangent. Like if I was going straight north, I go way like west now.
Okay.
Guess I run 40 feet.
All right. You said west from your current position, so you're going west.
Wait, no. Shit. Yeah. Okay. What?
That's what you
West
said.
is definitely the wrong way.
Okay. All right. We'll deal with you here in a second. Chody.
Reckless attack.
It's
There it
okay.
is.
Peros
Oh,
There's my guy.
Damn
Yeah, and that's raging.
Oh lord, he coming.
it. For those at home, he just hit a
Was
crit.
that max damage?
Yeah, well, if you click the damage, it should do it. We're just doing regular stuff.
So
19.
10 plus 9
Um,
plus the 2 for rage.
Raging. Yep. So as you're kind of fighting with this thing, the arrow hits it, and the inner core starts seeping. You kind of, in your fury, kind of have this moment where your eyes kind of focus in on the center portion, and you can see that there's kind of this bulging, kind of pulsing, like, thing in the middle. The best way to kind of describe the look here is kind of like a, almost like a nut, or like at the heart of an artichoke, kind of like a center portion. You just kind of see it and kind of bring the axe in, and you feel it just sink in, and then this like sticky liquid starts to kind of spurt out of that wound as you hold the axe in there. It kind of and then just stops moving.
He's using them all.
Yeah, it sinks right into it, like crunching it. Did I say cut? I didn't say cut.
You said axe. I'm just
You said you sink your axe in.
I'm just-
well, you're right.
kidding. Yeah.
You hammer
That guy.
you hammer the middle portion and break it break it apart. It's dead.
it's a maul axe, guys. It's a big rock with a blade on it.
So
Smart.
now for my movement, I'm going to move over here and try to help. Or get ready to help anyway.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna move all the way in
All right.
to try to jump
so
up and grab him next round.
Azaka is being held onto the ground by the tendrils, so if you want to move adjacent to her and possibly help
sorry.
with that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. She will. She's going to try and get herself out. Double make sure. No, she's strong enough. She's going to try and pull the whole thing down on top of her. Nope. She's just laying on the ground, kind of trying to drag the vines down. She does look like she takes damage from the poison, though. All right. And then it'll go to Doral.
This feels like a really shitty thing to do, but I think I'm gonna stand over ground and ready the action to spare the dying.
Practical.
Like a hang in there, champ. I got your back.
I'm here for you. You're like a trust fall.
Yeah, as soon as he goes unconscious, I'm just gonna, slap him around a bit.
Shadow.
I'm gonna pop out of hiding
Okay.
and shoot the vine that's.
Okay.
I assume I get advantage.
Yeah, you're hiding.
Super. 7 piercing.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack. That.
Rogue things.
The road. And then 6 more, 13.
Okay. Yeah, pretty solid wound. Okay, it'll go to them. The one that's holding Grun kind of loosely kind of tries to pull him towards it. Grun can make a strength check to contest.
Athletics or strength save?
Strength athletics.
Okay. 18.
All right. Yeah, it wins out the day. So Grun is not pulled away from you, which is good. It did look like it would have pulled him into the fire, which would have probably ended up as a new problem to deal with. One Eye.
Would it be possible for me? I have a oil container. Can I potentially drench an arrow in oil and then light it from my lantern?
It would probably take you a turn to set up a situation where you'd even be able to try that.
Okay, forget it. If it's gonna take 2 turns just to get it ready, then it won't be worth it.
Yeah, so basically it'd be getting the arrow ready to receive the oil, then a turn of pouring the oil on it and lighting it, and then turn 3 would have been the loosing.
Yeah, that's
But for,
too long.
for future reference, if you want to make arrows like that to be fired in the future, that's fine.
Oh, I do. Oh, you think I was trying to get that pitch all those years ago? Makes a good flammable point. Anyways, I move a little bit closer so I can loose my vine, because you said it fell out of the tree, right?
This one has not fallen out yet, no.
No? And it's pretty healthy. I'm going to use my Slayer's Prey feature.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So
if I hit it,
you were
take an extra 1.
How far away were you? Because you said you were close to Payroth. That was 150 feet away.
Yeah, so I was 150 feet from this assassin vine, the one that died.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to use my movement to move 20 feet. I can be within 150 of the next one.
Slayer's Prey is a target you can see within 60 feet of you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I can't get that close. All right, arrow. I'll just lose an arrow then.
Sure.
Nope,
Miss.
that's a miss.
Yep, the arrow kind of shoots low, goes between the vines, and kind of clinks off of the tree. All right, Grun takes 66 damage.
6d6. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
He falls unconscious, and then immediately reaction spare the dying, so he is in the stable condition.
oh yeah, just flick him on the forehead.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be letting go of him, by the way.
Okay.
So, there's that. Hackenstone will, looking at the situation, knowing that he probably won't be able to make a good jump like that again, takes his axe and just throws it up in the air, like Castlevania style, like, and hits. After it hits, you see it kind of droop down a bit, and then Hackenstone uses his move to jump up and grab a hold of the handle. Let's see if it works. He does not grab a hold of the handle. He misses the jump. His axe is now kind of inside of the creature a bit. All right. He looks to Rusk and says, "Can I get a boost for the next turn?" All right. Kevin, you ran off.
What's happening, dude?
You ran off to the west. Are you continuing to run, or are you stopping and trying to catch your bearings?
Well, is anything happening while I'm running to the west?
Not that you're aware of.
Shit. What do I perceive?
Do you want to stop and take an action to perceive?
Oh, do I have to come to a standstill?
Well, you can continue moving, but you can't dash and like try and.
No, yeah, I won't dash, but yeah, just
Okay.
while I'm huffing and puffing, running west. What am I?
So you'll be about, what's your speed? 60, or your speed is 30, so you'll be about 60 feet away from
40, because I'm a monk.
Okay, so you're about 80 feet into the jungle away from Old One Eye, and then give me a perception check.
13.
You're pretty sure you still hear the sounds of the combat behind you, and then you also hear what sounds like something moving in the forest or the jungle area around you. There's some pretty high shrubs and ferns around you. Pretty scary stuff. And for just a glimpse, you think you see something shiny and green kind of move from bush to bush. You couldn't pinpoint it if you tried, but yeah.
All you hear very deep in the forest is, what?
Rusk, so the situation again, Azaka is basically on the ground trying to like pull down the vines that are grappling her. Hackenstone, it looks like he's wanting to jump up and grab a hold of his axe, and the thing is about 20 or 15 feet above you. So how tall are you?
I'd say 6'3".
Yeah.
When I'm stretched out, but usually I walked hunched over. So
You could swing the hammer up at it. You'll have disadvantage unless you want to try and jump up and hit it.
the plan was, since he's raging, he's kind of freaking out. So he's going to actually try to run up that vine, take a bite of it, and try to get feet on the tree or something to push it down and pull it down.
Okay, so you're trying to jump up there and grapple it, is what you're saying.
Bite, yeah.
Okay. So that's Hungry Jaws. That's a bonus action to do that, right?
Yeah, Hungry Jaws. Yep.
So then, first things first, give me an athletics check to see if you can grab a hold of it and climb up the vines to get to it.
22.
You sure can. And then make a Hungry Jaws attack against it.
Now, I just have bite attack. Is that the same thing?
Same thing,
Should
except
be.
that it'll heal you. That
23.
Work? Go ahead and click the damage. And get the healing.
7. I'm full, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, what you guys watch happen, it's pretty awesome. The vines are kind of outstretched. Hackenstone's axe is kind of buried in it. And you see Russ grab a hold of the vine and just start pulling himself up it like he was climbing, like a rope. Grab a hold of the axe and pull himself up the last bit to get up onto the core of the thing. And then, since he has no hands free and he's kind of holding it, he just kind of sinks his teeth in, holds it, and
Start shaking.
shaking like crazy and pulling backwards, like with his weight just kind of drifting. You hear branches creak. You see one snap apart, and then the weight of the whole thing and him kind of just descend. And as he's doing it, he does like a death roll, like a crocodile, slamming the assassin vine underneath him. You're on top of it. It's immune to the prone condition, and it'll take its 7 damage. It's still technically grappling Azaka, so at the start of her turn, she'll take her 66 poison. Yikes.
Ow, 4 6s and a 5. No.
She spits up a bunch of blood, but then kind of like looks over the situation and then kind of bares her fangs and like reaches in and bites it. Excuse me, bites it as well. That was a hiccup talk. Same time.
Wow.
Yeah. That's hard to do. Right. She starts feasting on it alongside of you. Just two of you just tearing your teeth into this thing, ripping apart its central portion. Payroth, or not Payroth, sorry, Doral.
We're going to. How is Azaka looking?
Bloodied.
Bad shape.
Not like terribly so. No, she's not even bloodied. Sorry,
Sure.
she doesn't look too bad at all.
Holy shit, she must have a ton of hit points.
Okay.
She's taken at least 50 something.
Jeez, I'd be down twice.
Tiny
I
little
am
shadow.
going to. I'm gonna put a. I'm sorry, which is the
Stop reading so much.
non-action?
Go ahead. No, sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
You're fine.
Go ahead and take your turn. I was talking to fucking Kevin over there. Stop reading so much.
Got too many. He's getting ideas.
I'm gonna bonus action healing word
Bonus action.
on Grun there
Okay.
at second level.
Okay. So he's
Give
out.
him a measly 8 points. And I'm going to, as my action, I guess, try to break those vines off of him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
Excuse me. 9.
Okay. As he comes to, you can see that he's really weak, and kind of looking at the whole situation. You can see that the black of his skin, like where it's kind of tainted, is actually also coursing with like green coloration, like a dark, sickly green. His eyes are kind of sunken in, but you can also see that there's patchings of like green as well inside of his face. He kind of looks up at you as you kind of grab a hold of the vines and start pulling. And then you hear him go, "Allah!" as you start to pull them, and you look down and you can see that doing so is actually causing him to rip apart, which causes you to hesitate and not be able to relinquish the grapple. Shadow.
I'm gonna do the same thing as before and pop out of cover and attack the same vine.
So you're hiding again this turn, so go ahead and make a
No,
bonus.
no, I had taken a bonus action last time.
Oh, well, make your stealth check.
Sure. A 25.
Yeah, okay, take your shot.
Which one are you shooting at?
The one that has not been attacked before, except by 14 to hit.
That will hit.
So 9 plus 7.
Alright.
And I will do the same thing in bonus action hide.
Okay. I'll give you the stealth check now.
Should I make a stealth check now, you're saying?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and reel. Or attempt to pull him in. Ooh. Yikes. Alright, go ahead and make a strength check with Grun.
With Grun? 19.
Okay.
Oof.
As it's pulling him, not sensing the fire, it kind of is dragging him low because he fell prone and he's died. But as it's dragging him, it's dragging its own tendrils into the fire. It's going to make a dexterity saving throw to see if it can avoid it and maintain the grapple. It does do that. And it doesn't continually try to pull Grun anymore. It now kind of pulls him up in the air instead. You see the tendrils kind of become taut like sticks and kind of just lift him up, straining at the weight, but lifting him up over the fire. Grun is now in the same position, but he's ascended 10 feet into the air. Kind of just, like, dramatically laying in the air. One eye.
All right. what to do. Well, there's only one thing to do. Keep missing. That's what we're gonna do.
Wasting arrows.
Arrows. Or I will use my movement to move 30 feet closer.
So Grun is not instantly dead, but he is unconscious again. Yeah, if I'd rolled 2 higher, he'd be dead. I'd feel bad about that since he's not here, but again,
Right.
you're commanding him, so it'd be your fault.
You don't feel bad about killing us.
Alright. Hackenstone kind of just reaches down and grabs a hold of his axe, wrenches it free from the creature, and then comes back in with a swing. That'll hit. Alright. Kevin, go ahead and make a... If you're moving slowly and trying to keep an eye out, go ahead and make a perception check. And if not, you die.
I feel like I might want to hide here.
Do what you want. If you want to hide, take a stealth check.
Yeah, 18. Try and hide.
All right. You get behind some vines, behind them, and like between them and a tree, as you kind of sit in there.
Pulling Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator, start putting mud on myself. Whatever I can.
Well, as you pop into
It's
that,
real panic time.
as you
They're
pop
frog people, Kevin.
as you pop into that spot, though, like you start to see like centipedes kind of moving across the ferns, and one kind of just like gets onto your arm. You can kind of feel something on your leg, kind of brushing. You're not sure what it is. And when you kind of look over to that area, you kind of see what looks like an assassin vine, like kind of just laying there. But then you realize it's not that, and so you're like looking around cautiously. But you manage to get pretty well hidden, and you're like, no breathe, no make noise. Rusk.
Pull out that maul and start just freaking metal music playing as he rips down on this thing.
Do it
Recklessly.
recklessly.
Yeah,
right?
reckless, but I missed.
No, you hit with a 13
Oh, yay!
damage.
So 7, 8, 9.
On the nose. You watch the hammer fall into the middle of the thing, slam into it, and bury the middle portion into the dirt quite a bit. The tendrils kind of all just loosely kind of flap about, and Azaka kind of gets out of her entanglement.
And then you just see his eyes laser onto the other one as he starts moving over there.
Okay. As she's kind of getting out of the entanglement, you see her kind of roll off of her feet, roll up onto her feet, and then as you get into position, you feel what feels like kind of pricks on your back, something kind of touching against your back. She leaps onto your back, jumps off of you and up into the tree.
We're an awesome tag team.
Just hops right up into the assassin vine like she did for the last one, bringing her bite attack against it. She hits. And she'll have to try and pull it next turn. Alright. That's her turn. And so you understand, like, the vines are extended over the fire pit, Rusk, about 10 feet off of the top of it, holding Grun in the air. You assume the next thing is it's going to start kind of curling itself, like rolling its vines inward to get a hold of Grun.
I'm going to eat it.
Alright. Doral.
You said Grun's about 10 feet up in the air, so would I be able to sort of jump up and reach him?
You don't
with
have
the
to.
touch
You're
spell?
7 foot tall. You have a wingspan of probably
Cool.
at least.
Oh, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Would it waste any resource? So I'm gonna first off spare the dying
Okay.
on my pal.
Alright, he's no longer dying.
Good. And earlier, Shadow hit it with an arrow.
Twice.
Would I be able to see the arrowhead by any chance, or would that be embedded? It wouldn't have gone through.
You don't see the arrowhead in it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I am going to sort of grab onto the vines themselves and try to pull them into the fire.
Okay. So you kind of get up on there with the weight of Grun and him. Just
Can't hear you.
You went completely quiet.
Sorry. You get up on there with the weight of Grun and you, and kind of two giants kind of forcing the weight down. Just make a strength athletics check with advantage. He's not really helping because he's unconscious, but
dead weight.
His dead weight is assisting you.
16.
You manage to pull the vines down. Russ, you kind of move to the side as they kind of snap down, and then you see them enter into the fire. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Got it. 4.
Immediately, in recoiling of the flame, it drops Grun, and Grun's actually loosely dropped down by the pulling down that you did. So he kind of just shuffles to the floor, and then you watch as they snap back into its frame with kind of a weird kind of sound. All right, Shadow.
They deal out of cover.
Yep.
Shoot with bow.
Stop your cuteness.
18.
That'll hit.
Piercing plus 5.
13. All right.
Back into cover.
Good deal. All right, it'll go to it. It's going to grab this thing on top of it and throw it off of it. Nope. No, it's not. All right. One eye.
Move 30 feet closer, so I should be about 70 feet.
Based on your hit accuracy, I'm presuming that the your depth perception's pretty bad.
One eye.
I'm just role playing. Okay.
I'm just role playing my character. Take the shot. That'll hit.
Oh my god.
That hits.
Oh my god. Max damage. Maximum damage.
Right.
11 damage.
Solid hit. Grun is unconscious and is in the dying condition. He does not have vines attached to him, so he's not taking loads of damage, which could have potentially killed him. So good job saving your brother. He will be done, and then it'll go to Hackenstone, who will
be missed.
Someone moved a spiritual weapon on top of me for some reason. Which I
You
believe...
moved him under it.
Yeah, that's fine. It should be gone anyways, because it doesn't have a controller. It'll throw the axe, or Hackenstone will throw the axe. Hit. Solid. Now it has visible metal inside of it.
I feel like the moment's gone.
Alright. You're hiding, Peyroth. While you're hiding, are you going to try and see if there's anything out and about near where you're at?
Yeah. We scan the horizon.
Alright.
More mud.
With a 17.
Yeah. So you're pretty sure there's a pack of about 8 green-skinned grung kind of moving about. They appear to have bones made up kind of a blackened wood, and their arrows look pretty fine. Based on what you're able to see from this position, the arrows look similar to what your group has designated as arrows from Drungalung, the fortification. So you're presuming that these are scouts for that place.
Do you have any idea if they would speak or understand our language at all?
No idea. Do you want to talk to them? They look like they're looking for something to kill.
Perov isn't the greatest ventriloquist, but yeah, maybe he'll say something. He'll try his best to make it sound like it's not coming from where he's at, but that's not gonna happen. But yeah, he'll say.
Oh, they're adorable, John.
Oh my god.
You should totally go talk to him.
Bring them home.
I'm upset that frog has teeth.
Yeah, the one on the left is kind of menacing.
Yeah, he does. That's
But
creepy.
yeah, I'll try and say something. I guess I'll say halt and just see what they say, what they do.
Okay, so you're saying halt.
Bye, Kevin.
You should say, who's a cute
I still have movement. I still have movement after this.
You're saying halt. They all look towards the fern that you're in. and they all raise their bows. You can move if you like.
No, you can talk through this.
Like they're obvious. Like it's so obvious they're looking right at.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
they're looking right at where you spoke from. Yeah, the fern.
Right.
How many were there again?
6.
I don't know if I want to hands up or try to run away.
It worked with the Ewoks, man.
Yeah, see, this could go. He either kill me or turn out so. All right, hands up. Alright,
Okay.
put my hands up.
Yeah, this is just another magic item waiting to happen.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Chody, go ahead.
I'm gonna jump and try to bite and pull this thing down.
Go for it. Same situation. Yeah, you've already used Hungry Jaws, so I think you can only use it once.
19. I mean, I don't mind the Hungry Guards, I don't mind the healing. It's more just the attaching myself to it and pulling it down is what I'm doing.
Sure. Well, what I mean to say is, last turn you had an action to make the grapple check to pull it down, and then you have the bonus action Hungry Jaws to bite. You can't also bite it now, is what I'm saying. Because I think you
That's
can only
fine,
do
then
that
I'll
once.
just try to pull it down.
Yep, and you manage to do it. So you kind of see the tendril snap in, and then kind of loosely kind of come up to try and get Azaka, and then kind of like it's kind of focused upwards. You kind of push off the tree, grab a hold of the battle axe by like the haft of it, and then pull yourself up, get some weight on top of it, look at her. She kind of presses down as well, and the two of you just push it straight into the ground, just bison stomp style, onto the earth. It's now on the ground.
Okay, now just a question real quick.
Shoot.
Since I did not attack, my rage goes away now, right?
I will count that as an attack because
Okay.
you're effectively shoving the creature.
Great.
All right. Azaka on 18 will go in with claws, I think. Yeah, that sounds good. Second one will hit.
She's strong. Wait, sorry, did I miss something? Is Grun dead? Or just out cold?
No, he's snapping.
Unconscious.
He's
yeah.
cool.
Taking
Okay, sorry.
He's not
It was touch and go for a while there.
X
He was
scare me.
almost dead, like many times.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm almost dead.
You're fine. You're on a recon mission.
Man,
Every moment you spend out there is more that we can learn.
Okay, so
This
Zach,
is much closer to that magic item.
Zach, you're
Sorry,
up.
John. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Zach.
I'm just gonna stick with. Oh, you know what? I could do both at once. I'm going to healing word bonus action on Grun. First level, just to get him back on his feet for 4 points, and Toll the Dead. I can if
Mhm.
bonus action and action is if it's a cantrip and a leveled spell. Correct?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and Toll the Dead on the living vine. So, wisdom save for him.
Okay. You kind of place your hand kind of down, kind of looking at Grun, and see the poison still kind of settling inside of him. You kind of speak a word in Giant, and you can feel his life kind of re-enter his veins as his eyes like flicker open. You can see the black orbs inside of the deeply socketed skull kind of snap open, and kind of a from him. And then you kind of reach up and you kind of feel like necrotic energy kind of pulsing through you as you're touching Grun, and then you see the bell appear above the thing and slam, and then you just watch the whole thing just wither, like one of those reels where you watch like the plants kind of like slowly just die and become desiccate. It does that, like in fast forward track, the plant just. All right.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Shadow, you're up.
Yep, I'm going to move in.
They're all dead, though.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna move in and say, yeah, we won.
All right.
You took no damage that time, buddy.
On
Oh,
8,
yeah.
the 6 Gruns seeing you, just take shots straight into you. Just all of them just lose their arrows.
We have no idea where he is, right?
What's your armor class?
I have this.
Oh, okay. So you can use it once.
Oh.
I have AC of 15, so I don't want to block that 21, but I guess that doesn't save.
So, real quick, because we are doing this, and I didn't take that into account, ignore all the rolls I just made.
Okay.
So, I'm going to make the first attack, okay? You're going to decide whether or not you want to make the reaction after you see the attack roll, okay? So you can't pick from the top down.
Fair, I got you.
Alright, first bow. So, 14?
Oh, miss.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, that hits.
You gonna stop it or no?
Yeah, I guess so. Please don't crit me.
So, let's see. I'm going to make a ruling here. Roll a d10 and add your dexterity modifier in your monk level. You only need to stop the 7 piercing damage to avoid all of the damage. So
it's 2 plus 3 plus 3.
So 8. So you catch the arrow. You kind of catch the arrow in the middle with your swing, and you can see that there's a bit of poison that flares off of it as you knock it aside. Because it didn't hit you, it doesn't poison you, so you take no damage from that attack.
I like that really.
That's 2, and then we're gonna go with 4 more.
Oh, do you don't want to spend a key point and throw it back at them?
That one will hit.
No, I'm not trying to piss them off. That was the plan.
Last one. 15? Is that it?
Yeah, that's my AC.
Okay, so you'll be taking 10 and 11, 21 points.
I'm fucking down.
Alright.
They were nervous as hell when they saw you catch the one, though.
So,
Can I do one thing as I hit the dirt?
Huh.
I take off my mask and leave it behind so they can find it and maybe have a chance to know what happened.
No.
Damn it!
That's smart.
Alright. The mask takes a little bit more effort to take off. But anyways, they shoot you down.
I was burned.
Everything goes black for you guys. Still moving in an initiative order so we can have a tracking system. One Eye, you have moved 30 feet forward, you said? So you're 100...
It'd be 60 feet since the last 2 turns, so I should be...
You know that Peyroth ran into the jungle. Looking at the situation, make a perception check to see if you can try and see him where you're at, which is going to be difficult. Or you can make a survival check to try and track him.
I think it's more fitting to track than look.
Do you have favorite enemy?
Yeah, but my favorite enemy is the undead.
No, okay.
My natural explorer is swamping.
I
So
mean,
frogs
he's
and forests
dead
don't really...
Right.
Yeah, going into this, he wasn't like, you know what I need to hunt? Frog people, I got.
So you have a pretty good idea of what direction he went into. Because you saw where he went, you're getting advantage on the initial tracking portion. So if you want to move into the woods and track it, you're going to move at your speed. So you'll move 30 feet from your current position if that's your intent. If not, if you want to stay and wait...
It isn't. It's not. I'm not going to go into the... You see, as a man of the wild, I know it's really dumb to go into a terrain you're not familiar with or have no idea what thing by yourself. So I'm going to regroup with our party and then bring up the fact that Peyroth ran into the jungle. You know, he's lucky most of the time, but he's not the smartest fellow.
That's fair. All right. Jeremy is unconscious, or just getting to consciousness, and is probably not going to make any efforts. Hackenstone is immediately upon the defeat of the assassin's vine. You see his feet just kind of give out from him, and he just plops like a big old baby just on the ground, kind of looking at his arm. Green kind of coursing out of the spiny wounds on it, kind of pulls out a potion and quaffs it.
I'd say Jeremy, he's at 4 hit points. He's conscious. I'd say he'd heal himself a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's just give him a nice level 2 cure wounds for 10.
Hackenstone kind of looks to you and says, "We might as well take a rest here, brothers. Shouldn't be a problem. Just taking a little off."
Is everyone accounted for here?
He raises his hand quietly and kind of waves over in One Eye's direction. but then kind of looks curiously and says, seeing that he's kind of focused in on something else. Because you're looking at the jungle, right? One eye?
No, I'd be walking back to camp.
Okay.
Like I know that from my survival check, it let me know that he went west essentially, but beyond that, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna walk back to camp and regroup and then figure out our next move.
Okay. So then it's gonna be a little bit of time before you actually start tracking after Peyorath. Or are you gonna try?
Yeah, because I think I'm actually quite wounded, so that was my initial reason for running off, was just to get.
So that saves me a lot.
So I'd come back and rest with everyone. If we're taking a short rest, I'd spend hit dice or whatever.
That saves me a lot of effort here. 1 second.
But yeah, like as I come back into the camp, I'll be like, Peyorath ran off west into the jungle.
All right.
I don't know what became of him.
So Kevin, you should note there's a new character sheet in the player character section. If you want to go ahead and start building a new 3rd level character, that'd be great.
Oh no, I'm dead.
And after you guys take a bit of a rest and kind of gather yourselves together, you move up to where the party split off. You move into the jungle, kind of looking around, following Old One Eye's lead, and you find what looks like a scene where combat happened, a fern that looks like a pretty good place to hide. And you notice that there are a couple arrows stuck in the tree, same make and fashion as the ones that you saw from before. The ones that you know are not the ones that outskirted Grung, but the Grung that are close to Drungrelun. That was a hard sentence. I should get a medal. The blood's kind of splattered about. Looks like someone was wounded here, and then it looks like someone was dragged off from this position by 6 humanoid creatures with frog-like feet. You can go ahead and also, you did take the rest, so feel free to get the benefits of a short rest before we get to that part.
Alright, I'm going to spend some hit die. All my hit die, 18 points back.
Are we all at the scene of this happening?
Yeah.
Could I investigate, see if I see any looks of like human? Peyorath, were you human?
Yeah, he was.
Are you human?
Yes.
Could I see if I could find any of that?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
16.
Sure. You find Peyorath's satchel, just kind of loosely discarded off to the side. But it looks like basically everything he was carrying besides his clothing and his mask has been left behind. Looks like the only thing they took was...
we solved the vape.
Grabbing that satchel.
Looks like the only thing they took was...
Sorry, man. The meat. Is there a blood tracks that we can follow?
Oh yeah, there's definitely blood tracks that can be followed.
Okay, I point those out to the group.
Great.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
Looking at the situation, I'm going to go ahead and give you one more chance here, Peyorath, one more chance, because I'm a more than fair DM, I think. Always more than fair. Roll me 3 deaths, or roll death saving throws, and we'll see if you stabilize or you die.
Come on, buddy.
1 fail, 2 fail.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, I'm really kicking myself because I have inspiration, and I might have been able to save myself from one of those. But I don't think it would have saved me in the long run, anyways. But
it was a bad idea to say, hey, if you'd stayed hidden, you probably would have survived. Just as a DM note. But okay, so you guys, here's the question: knowing that in character, you know that Peyorath is dead. We've seen it. That's fine. Out of character, that's you've seen that out of character. You haven't seen it in character. In character, you'll see that he was dragged somewhere, you presume, and there's a lot of blood. You're not sure if he's able to survive this much bleeding. So that said, do you wish to try and track him down to Drungrelun? That one.
Now you guys have 2 reasons to go there.
I'm proficient in medicine. Could I determine if he's probably lost too much blood just from the track?
Give it to me.
That's what I was gonna ask. Good job.
Good job. Yeah, that's smart.
Rusk, you can help. You know, we're lizard boys.
I'll help
don't
him. I have
anything,
medicine
man. I
trained.
can't help.
I'll help him.
Yeah, you know,
I have
use
0.
I use primal healing. You use holy healing. We'll combine our knowledge of healing.
Yeah.
18. He's super dead, guys. He's lost way too much blood.
I still want to go in there.
Did the handout pop up for you guys?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
But
another.
Azaka, oh, I thought we were going to the Firefinger for Azaka.
Yeah, Azaka says, your friend's probably deceased. If you wish to try and engage them, we can. It would be a favor for what's his name back at the camp. If that's your wish.
What was that guy's name?
Their skins would make the cutest armor. I'm just saying.
If we could get some grung hats.
Right?
Some cute little
It
grung
was
hats.
Niles Breakbone.
Breakbone.
If you wish, we can do him that favor, I suppose.
I feel that Doral, in character, Doral would still vote to try to recover his body. We didn't really have a chance to build the party, flesh it out for very long, but we had the notion that we were all close when we started.
Right.
We're gonna have to gut a lot of grung to get enough of his body out to recover, but I know if that's what you want to do.
Shadow would say,
I
"We
vote
made
we
a
do."
promise- We made a promise to
Perroth is
Azaka.
literally yelling down from the heavens in one eye. I carried you on my back. we did so much.
We made a promise to Azaka. We should do that first, and then we could, if we decide to, after, take vengeance on the Dungralung later. Grung? I don't even.
The
The
Grung.
Dungralung.
Grung or Dungralung.
The
Grung
Grung
are the
at
people.
Drungralung.
Got it.
Drungrung
That's
is
what I
the
think.
Place.
Yeah, that's the practical solution, and
1 for
I
1
think
against.
I would agree with Shadow that we should, do our task first, and then we can take a vengeance upon the frog once we've satisfied our little contract with Azaka.
Perfectly
Rusk?
fine. I said something incorrect to you, Kevin. I'll be posting it in the side chat to make sure you're correct on what you should be doing on your startup. And then I would like to have a side conversation with you immediately after the game concludes, so we can kind of discuss
Okay.
who you'll be moving forward.
That's good.
Yeah. For the rest of you, 500 experience total. And Perroth's itemry would be given out. I'll go ahead and make sure you are aware of what that would be, in the satchel at least. He had a trinket, 10 darts, a costume, which he was wearing actually, so no, never mind that. He was also wearing a belt pouch, which would have had his coin that was not relinquished. In his bag, he had a net. He probably would have had the dagger on his person, to be honest, on his belt. So that would have stayed with him. In his pack, he would have a single backpack, a bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, torch, rations, water skin, hempen rope, dart, a bunch of jewelry that we've already discussed, the immovable rod, the ever-smoking bottle, alchemy jug, and the dagger, and a dagger. But everything else, the dagger of warning basically replaced the dagger he normally carried on his person. And so that's still on him. It's gone with him. But then everything else.
So the dagger of warning's gone.
Yep. You guys got everything else.
Oh man, I want that. I want that.
Still vote we can.
Yes, good item.
It's really easy to find at Dungralung because it was a warning for grung, so it'll be sticking out like a
no
sore.
matter what.
I didn't say at the time because of the pacing, but when you saw the flash of the grung, that would have. I was wanting to say that you also note that the dagger was glowing, but I apologize if you feel like I've wronged you in any way. I hope our conversation.
No,
afterwards-
I could have said that I should have checked it, but I didn't think of it. But again, Perroth is not the smartest person to.
It's basically
You
correct.
ran away. You ran away from favorable odds.
I have an 8 in
And then-
intelligence, man.
And then abandoned 6 hostiles. Halt.
I'm gonna stop the stream.
While hiding.
Thanks
No,
for watching.
it could have been great.
It was.
See you next week.